is Merle's life. I gotta stop saying life. I can't say life, but I like to say it's Merle. Cause you know, it's weird saying it's Merle's life. But I mean, it is Merle's life. It is my life. You know what? What's going on, YouTube? We back with another video. Hey man, I got something to tell y'all today. I don't know how I'm gonna bring this out. I love Texas.
Yodelay-o, yodelay-o, yodelay-o.
I had to go there. Originally, I wasn't gonna make this video. I was like, man, it really speaks for itself. I was wanting to make this video to tell you guys, man, you know, I'm really glad I moved to Texas, because man, I really didn't see myself in Texas, but boy, it is so beautiful down here. I didn't know it was this beautiful. I didn't know. I always knew it was, you know, Texas was big, and everybody would just talk about Texas that was from Texas. They just brag about how great Texas was, man. I'm coming to brag about how great Texas is, all right? I'm sorry, Oklahoma. I love Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a beautiful state. I love Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from Oklahoma City. So, you know, I'm a ride-or-die Oklahoma fan. Not fan, but when it comes to Oklahoma, that's my state. That's my home state. You know, I stand behind that. But, boy, Texas is beautiful, boy. I done moved down here and fell in love, man. You know, to be honest, like Dallas is, I love Dallas too. Boy, the city of Dallas is so beautiful. Fort Worth has some nice areas too. I live in the DFW Metroplex, by the way, but man, like, what am I trying to say? Like, so much is different down here in Texas. We'll start with the people down here in Texas. So as far as the people are down here, and from what I've noticed that it's different from Oklahoma, they're like the same people from Oklahoma, but like everybody, you know, seems so busier. Everybody's on a schedule, you know. Oklahoma, it seems like everybody in Oklahoma just floating on the freeway. But when we get down here, everybody is just so busy. Got to get here, got to go there, you know, type of thing. And I get it because it's a bigger city, but it's like, man, I ain't never seen so many buses in my life when I moved down here. Like in Oklahoma City, we probably had like 4 buses that rolled down the street, pick up everybody on that same line. But man, down here, I ain't never seen so many buses. And like the people are nice, but it's like, man, we on the highway trying to get somewhere. Everybody just mean, like, bro, let me over type of thing. But I mean, you'll eventually get there. Just pray you don't miss your exit. But like the people are nice, you know. People down here are helpful. Don't be that person that's stuck on the side of the highway though, because I noticed that nobody really helps those people. Like, I mean, at the same time, that's risky because you don't want to just help anybody out. If it's somebody that you that isn't like risky, or like, if it's somebody that you know that needs the help and you know isn't like a risk to help them, they're not trying to hurt you or anything, then yeah, you know, people will help you. But like, if you're really just stuck like that, nobody really will just help you like that. It'll probably be like the police that'll help you. The police down here are nice too, you know. So you have good and bad police. That's everywhere. No matter where you go, it's gonna be good and bad police, just like it's good and bad people. So but yeah, like the people are nice. So if you actually need something, people down here are generous too. And like, that's what I love too. So it's like, it's not a big deal for me moving down here, because I feel like I'm at home when I'm down here, because the people make me feel so comfortable. Like it feels just like Oklahoma, except, you know, just bigger basically. But everybody, I still get that homey feel when I'm here in Texas, like Dallas. So the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, that's about like, what, an hour from the Oklahoma, and then another hour to the city, probably like 30 minutes just to get to where I need to go. But so it's basically like 2 hours and 45 minutes to Oklahoma City, my home my home state, Oklahoma. And so this part of Texas, I'm actually cool with living in. Like, oh, let me talk about Houston, boy. Houston, oh, I love Houston, man. Like, Dallas at nighttime is so beautiful. Houston at nighttime is gorgeous. Some things to do. There is so much more to do in Texas than Oklahoma. I'm sorry. All right. Now, like, moving down here to Texas has like forced me to bring out the nature side of me. Like, man, look at all these trees, bro. I ain't really never focused on trees. Texas got so many different trees, man. Austin, by the way. Let me talk about Austin, Texas. Let me talk about Austin, Texas, man. So, me personally, I can't swim, all right? So, you know, Austin, they have like this big giant river that comes through the city. What is that, the Colorado River? I want to say it's the Colorado River. And then when it gets downtown, they call it something else. But it runs through the city, and then it has like Austin, like towards, what is that, the west side of the city, they have like hills. And so they have houses on the hills, and this river is like freaking huge. It's like almost as big as the Mississippi, but not like quite, you know, wide as the Mississippi. But it winds through the hills, and there's houses with like decks that are built along the river as it just flows, you know. And it's a nice little vibe, little view you'll get. But like everybody goes to Austin and they go, what is that, kayaking or canoeing? One of the two, bruh. I'm gonna figure it out one day, but whatever it is that they doing, I don't think it's kayaking. I think it's canoeing. They got a canoe. They got a little mini boat. I think that's a canoe. I really don't know. I'm not really into boats like that, but I'm pretty sure it's a canoe. Correct me in the comments if you will. But down there in Austin, there are like so much. It is so much to do, like nature wise. Like, I just got off track, but like basically that river, everybody just down there, just on the river having fun. It's not really that deep, I don't think. I don't know, I can't swim, but from what I see, I don't think it's that deep. You know, everybody has on life jackets, of course, you know, safety precautions. But man, it looks so fun. I'm like, I ain't never done nothing like that in my life. I take that back. I've been on a boat once, but I really don't count it being on the boat. It was like more of a tour thing. Thing had wheels on it, then it just dumped us in the water type of thing. So, but I mean, I would love to do that. That looks so fun, guys. Like, down there in Austin, I would love to just do that. Just go canoeing. It's so much to do down there too. Oh, let me talk about the food, y'all. Let me talk about the food. You know, leaving Oklahoma, we got some good food. You know, me personally, I love Indian tacos. I'm gonna just say that. I love Indian tacos, man. And I really can't find no Indian taco place. I'm pretty sure there's places that sell Indian tacos, but I haven't ran into them. But I really can't find any places like that. In Oklahoma, it's easy to find, you know, Indian tacos. But at the same time, I love Mexican food. And so, boy, Texas, they have like Tex-Mex, original Mexican food. Man, I love Mexican food, man. And it's hard to miss down here. Like, you got to really be blind if you can't find a good Mexican restaurant, no matter where you are in Texas, you know. They got good barbecue spots down here. If you're big on Mediterranean food, they have good food, you know, as well. Man, I ain't never, you know, seen so many different restaurants like they have down here. They're so upscale. You go to North Dallas, all these restaurants is gonna be bougie. You know, let me talk about that too. Whenever you come to Dallas, you know, some parts of Houston, but most parts of Dallas, anywhere north of Dallas, you gonna bring out a little bougie side in you, okay? I ain't even living over there, and as soon as I come over here, I'm like, man, I feel like I need to buy something because everything is so nice. You know, all these stores you ain't never seen. Well, I ain't never seen. Everything is so beautiful. Everything is like so elegant. It's like art when you're riding on this side of Dallas, North Dallas. And so I just fall in love with it, and it brings the bougie out of me for some reason. I think it brings the bougie out of everybody. But yeah, guys, it's good food places down here. You know, it's hard not to find any good food, you know. But back on stuff to do, there's all type of stuff. If you have like a big family, or you're starting a family, like Texas is a good place to do that, man. Oh my goodness, Texas is a great place to raise a family. Schools down here are top notch. You know, some are best in the country. I haven't really looked at the rankings and statistics yet, you know, but I know for a fact schools here are way better than schools in Oklahoma, you know. And Oklahoma has some good schools. most of them really aren't that good. But out here in Texas, I can guarantee you, man, you're gonna get that education. But yeah, so schools here are nice. Colleges as well, they have so many different colleges to if you're looking to start school. They have so many different colleges to choose from, so many different routes you can take. Business down here in Texas, everything is basically booming. Like, what I mean by booming is all the big companies are moving from other states to set up shop here in Texas, whether it's Dallas or Fort Worth or Houston, San Antonio, Austin. Texas is booming right now. The economy is booming, you know. It's a great place. It's just a great place to live. It's so many people down here in Texas. The state of Texas, I think, has over 29 million. We're right behind California. I think Texas is the second most populous state in the country. California got us by like 4 or 5 million. But yeah, but man, everybody's moving down here. And people from California are moving down here because the houses in California are mad expensive, and everybody's complaining about how overcrowded it is. And so everybody from California is moving to Texas because it's booming down here, and houses are dirt cheap. And there's so many people from New Mexico, Louisiana, Oklahoma. Boy, Texas is taking us Oklahomans and turning us into Texans. But yeah. But, you know, Texas, I'm like, man, like, look at this. Oh, just vibes, man. Just vibes. You just see people out doing their thing. Trees everywhere. I'll have to, one day, if I have time, guys, I'll take you guys out around to view the city, and just hang out with me. But yeah, guys, what else have I noticed about Texas? Oh yeah, let me go back to the traffic. So dealing with traffic here in Texas, you know, every city is huge, pretty much. Like every major city they're gonna have traffic. It's gonna be traffic. You're gonna run into traffic no matter what. But basically, you know, you move here, you find a job, and you're like, okay, I'm trying to get into the groove. You're gonna basically have to leave the house a little bit earlier than you normally would, because you gotta fight traffic, and then traffic on the way home. And boy, don't let it be a Friday, because you're gonna be stuck in traffic. And so the thing with the highways here, they have, what is that, express lanes, tolls too, you know, and turnpikes. And so, you know, that'll wind up being an extra bill if you decide to take that, sign up for it, and, you know, take that every day. Hopefully you don't take it every day, because boy, that'll add up quick. But if you do decide to, you know, take that express lane or the tolls every day, and it'll just wind up being a big bill if you really can't afford it at that time, you know. And you know, the thing, they actually have a good way of paying for it as well. They'll just bill it to you at the end of the month, like a regular bill. And I think it's kind of cool they do it that way. It's always a way you can find out and see how much you owe. Basically, I kind of know my way around here. I moved down here a year ago. You know, I always came to Texas, so I pretty much, you know, knew where I would want to be and where I would want to go in Texas. But ever since I moved, I learned my way around. You know, I learned my way around, you know, Dallas, some parts of Houston, just really going on adventures, you know, at this point, trying to figure out, you know, what Texas is all about. And man, I ain't even been to San Antonio and Austin in a while, man, and I'm already like in love. Yeah, like in love. Texas, man. Texas is home to me, man. Texas is home to me. Shout out to Texas National Guard for letting the brother get enlisted and sign up. I still got to go to basic training, handle my business there, come home, and just, you know, figure out what life is going to be at that point. You know, come home a soldier, handle business. Oh yeah, let me tell you guys something. So, you know, me being in Oklahoma, it made me like think small-mindedly. Like, I would want to say, if I was to grow up in a different environment than I grew up in, Not saying that the environment that I grew up in was bad, but like the things that people were doing in that environment, and then moving back to a worse environment from that, and then coming back and then going back and forth from that. So, you know, my mindset was kind of messed up. Like, bruh, Merle ain't gonna do nothing with his life. Merle can't be nothing. You know, I'm driving home, I'm seeing crackheads on the street. Everybody ain't doing this. I'm like, bro, nobody don't want to get up off their butt and work type of thing. You know, don't get me wrong. Some people will get up off their ass. Excuse my French. Some people will get up off their butt and go after it, and they're grinders. And I look up to people like that. Shout out Nipsey Hussle. But like going home and just seeing people, like I see potential in everybody, man. And it makes me mad when people don't reach that potential. Now, going back to what I was saying about me, I'm like, man, I used to think, I was like, bro, this life, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. You know, I don't see myself being this. I don't see myself, you know, being a businessman type of thing. I don't see myself being a police officer. I don't see myself being a firefighter. But I would want to say if I grew up in probably a different area, Oklahoma City, you know, it'd probably be different for me. I don't know. It's just a mindset thing, and you have to change that. But this move from Oklahoma City to Texas, for me, man, is everybody has their own life. If you look, man, everybody is on their own time doing their own thing. They have their own life to live, and moving. And I've never seen so many people strive to be great, and that's so motivational to me. And it really brought out a side in me that I've never seen in myself before. Like, bro, being in Oklahoma had me so small-minded. Down here, it's like, bro, I can be that firefighter if I wanted to. Like, come on now, I can be that dentist. You know, I ain't got a problem with, you know, making people's smiles beautiful. You know, I look at things at a different perspective. And that's the thing that you have to do. You have to look at things from a different perspective if you want to change, or you want to start to change before you know, start to take the steps to do that. But that's all it was a mindset thing. But being down here and seeing all these people do different things, seeing business people, looking at how they live their life, how they go about their life. Don't get me wrong, you still have, you know, those people that really haven't really dug into themselves and be like, okay, I can really be great. You know, God gave me one life. Why not be great instead of being just this person that's stuck living this low life? I don't want to call people low lives, but just stuck in that low life mentality. You know, you still have those people that haven't clicked and turned themselves, you know, and stop being a robot and actually start making their own moves to, you know, where they want to go in life, how they want to live life, where they want to be in life, you know. And for me, this move to Texas really clicked that, man. It's like, bro, I'm sick of what I've seen in the past is where I'm not trying to live, basically. I'm about sick of living in the hood. I witnessed everything. I done seen it all, man. I can't go back to that. Is where I'm at, basically, in my head. I refuse. So being that dentist, being that lawyer, going to school to be a lawyer, man, that's gonna be some trials and tribulations type of thing for me. But I'll definitely do it. I have an open mind to pretty much being anything now, doing anything, you know. Put God first, and, you know, just take your steps, and he'll guide you. But basically, you know, this move, man, if I didn't move, bro, I ain't no telling where my mindset would be. I'd probably be stuck in that warehouse, you know, just depressed, all of that. But yeah, like this move, man, it really opened my eyes, and it's like, man, it's time to start making my own moves, type of thing, you know. I'm a young man, and I'm getting old, low key, kind of quick, you know. And I'm looking at my mom. Don't get me wrong, my mom, she's been a nurse too, and, you know, always looking up to her. She expected more out of me too, and so with that being said, I gotta start doing more, you know. And I feel like I gotta start making her proud, you know. I can't just be doing what everybody else is doing. Merle gotta make his own moves. Merle got his own life to live, legally, not illegally. I don't want to live the rest of my life in jail. I'm not trying to, or prison, none of that. I done seen it all, and I'm not trying to live that way. But Merle got his own moves to make, basically. And yo, this living style that the way people live in Texas, man, is the things that you see, the things that like the goals that people set down here, man, everybody's on like a new level down here. Like, man, and coming from Oklahoma, I feel like I have to boss up to get on at least the starting point to where they at. But man, at the same time, you shouldn't really focus on nobody else. But it's like, you look around sometimes, you're like, man, what am I doing? You know, am I really being, you know, am I really doing the best that I can do? Or am I just going through the motions? Am I just floating around? Am I really, you know, making moves for somebody else? Or am I making moves for myself? You know, type of thing. And so, man, it's just a big eye-opener for me. And I'm just growing at the same time. I'm learning to grow, learning to be more open to more things, man. That's really pretty much it. But boy, I love Texas. And if I had to move back to Oklahoma, I'd do it. But man, I love Texas now. I really, it's home, man. Texas is home. Boy, ooh. I've been to the beach for the first time in my life. I ain't never seen no beach in my life. And no, I'm not trying to cuss when I say that. Beach. It sounds funny, but I'm not really trying to cuss. Let me stop before I start. But yeah, like all I've seen was just pretty much lake, river, lake, pond, creek. Now I just see the whole ocean if I want to. Literally just, what is that, 4.5 hours away? 4 hours away? Like, bruh, I ain't gotta drive super long. I ain't gotta drive like 6.5, 7 hours from Oklahoma just to go to South Texas anymore. But like, man, I pretty much go to the beach, you know, when I feel like it, man. It's like you just wake up, you're like, I'm going to the beach. I'm going. You know, in Oklahoma, you're like, man, because you know Oklahoma, you just in the middle of the map. So, but moving, you know, being in Texas, man, it's like, I'm just go to the beach. Depending on what part of Texas you in. But I hope you can get there in under 5 hours. Because, boy, that drive back gonna hit you. But, yeah, but, man, I love the beach, man. I love to go to the beach down here. Galveston Beach, man. Beautiful. I ain't been to South Padre yet, but I'll put that on my list. On my to-travel list. I love traveling, by the way. And, boy, man, open highway is one of the ways to my heart, man. I love driving. I love traveling. I thought I was going to be a truck driver. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I still would want to be one and just experience, you know, different states, you know, and the stuff that they do, you know. Low-key, they low-key keep this country running, because if there were no truckers, bro, we wouldn't have nothing in the stores. We'd be all hungry. We'd be just all looking at each other crazy, like, you know. So if you see a trucker, thank him, you know. At the same time, he ain't seen his family probably in months, weeks, you know, and they really, you know, kind of keeping this country going. So, you know, be nice to the truck drivers out on the road. Don't be, you know, cutting them off. If you see them trying to get on the highway, let them get on the highway. Make their life easier so they can continue to make yours easy, period. But yeah, I always wanted to be, growing up, I always wanted to be a truck driver too. So I still could see myself being one, but it's like I'm gonna see what Merle really wants to do, but I'm gonna continue to open up doors for myself and actually see where I want to take my life. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I've been doing, where I've been, how I've been thinking, type of thing. And I'm gonna also try to get some good footage for you guys. I really want to go downtown and go, what is that, the Reunion Tower in Dallas, the little ball that spins. I want to go to the top of there, get some footage for you guys. And I think I'm gonna do that in the coming weeks. But yeah, guys, that's the video. If you're new here, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, man. Merle's Life. Go ahead and subscribe. I don't see why you won't. But go ahead and subscribe, like the video, comment, talk to your boy. And that's it, man. We out. Thank you for watching.